I wanted to start recording, but you might be able to hear in the background that they've decided it's a good time to mow the grass. Yo guys, Manly Dogs here, and today I want to talk about Resident Evil 4 Remake and overall the entire series. Today is March 23rd. Tomorrow, Resident Evil 4 Remake comes out, and it's going to be great. As you know, it's a remake of the cult classic Resident Evil 4. But I want to talk about something a little bit different, not Resident Evil 4 Remake. I want to talk about what makes the series, the Resident Evil series as a whole, spectacular and one of my favorite series of all times. So with that, let's get started. Now, as all of you know, Resident Evil is a survival action horror game. It started out a bit more of a slow and more methodical horror action from the PlayStation 1 series, and it is still existing today in its finality with RE4 Remake, and we're getting all the remakes of the game. Now, I had initially started with Resident Evil on RE5. I know, that's crazy. I remember playing RE1 as a kid, not understanding it, immediately turning it off. So cut to me and my brother getting Resident Evil 5, and it is this engaging co-op storyline with different mechanics and things for each character, similar to the Gears of War co-op. And I just remember sitting in our gaming chairs, being so immersed, playing through the game, getting stuck on so many parts. The part where you gotta pull out the chest bug from one of the characters, the other time we could never get the boulder punching scene done, or when you get attacked by a mass of zombies and it's just a hard fight. I remember it being a very challenging but rewarding game for me and my brother to play as kids. Now, it gets a layer deeper when after you beat the game, or after you upgrade a certain amount of weapons, you unlock like different variations of weapons, and you unlock the mercenaries mode. A year later, me and my brother were still playing RE5, and despite everyone's hatred for that game, it has to be one of my most favorite in the series for that moment, that like cherished moment I have with my brother. Couple years go by, I don't touch the series anymore until I play RE1 Remake, which was on the Xbox for free. So I start playing that, I play through it, realize the other campaign with the character is completely different in some ways, it's remixed, play both campaigns, unlock some stuff for the characters and outfits and stuff, replay it again, this time quicker, trying to get the achievements of the time achievement and all these different things. You get what I'm saying here, right? Resident Evil it is special for its survival horror genre roots and cementing itself in that genre and really honing and refining that genre for generations to come. The Evil Within is one of the ones to lead by example, is like another example, right? The thing is though, my love for the game didn't come from the horror of it. It came from the replayability. I actually just finished Dead Space Remake, and it's the same exact thing. You beat the game and you play it again because you get new stuff. It's like games of a service before it was a service. It rewards you for completion and growing into the game and just getting better at it. Resident Evil 2 Remake had Tofu mode, and where you can play as the big burly dude. I forget his name off the top of my head. Resident Evil 3 Remake had some of the same systems in place, a little bit lesser though, and now we're on to RE4 Remake. I'm letting you know, if you're thinking of getting into the series of Resident Evil, that's one of the defining features of the game, is not playing it once, but playing it twice. Not playing it even twice, maybe 3 times. Next year on the 4th and the 5th, and you take a break, you come back a year later and you replay it again and remember every little moment in it. That's what makes that series incredible. Now cut to the RE4 Remake demo, where it's relatively short, right? But you do this chainsaw demo and you get all these remixes of these areas. They expanded the cabin. It's incredible. Highly recommend to go play, but you might already be playing the game. But then you beat that difficulty and you unlock the Madhouse Chainsaw difficulty that makes just everything harder. So that shows me that the developers already have in mind the replayability that will help the game cement itself among the pinnacle of these games. I remember in RE7, they added the DLC that added these different replayable modes, and it's called tapes. One was Ethan Must Die, where I think it's one hit you're dead, and it's sort of a roguelike. These things are what make that series special, and one of the reasons that I want to speak about it. I was telling my friend the other day, he's like, yeah, I just don't think that combat is for me. And I'm sitting there thinking about how, like, the variations of combat in original RE4, where you're having to use the scope to snipe out the weak points, or you're having to protect Ashley in a room, is terrible, but there is a lot of variation. And RE4 Remake innovates on that by adding parry systems with the knife, durability, crafting systems. They've expanded upon what they've already built. And I think, in my opinion, that will even elevate the series more and add more replayability. And one of my favorite features in the newer series is they show you if you've completed a room. I know these are menial and minuscule things, but as a Resident Evil fan and a completionist at heart, this just takes the game to another level. It's like they know you're going to master the game, and they say you mastered it, but now master it even more. All that to say, I'll be doing an RE4 Remake review relatively later in the life cycle of the game, because I want to beat it, and I want to beat it again, and I want to really understand the minute details that are going to make this game even more special than the original. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of the Resident Evil series down below. It helps me in the YouTube algorithm if you comment. Praise be you if you comment and like and do all those things and watch the video through. If you're still here, hey man, you're special. Thank you. I appreciate you. That's enough corniness. Take care, guys.